Hello, it's Mrs.Z. Today we have Grade 5 Mission 2, Lesson 10, Word Problem. Okay, we're gonna use strategy, read, draw, and write. Okay, let's see. The 5th grade craft club is making aprons to sell. Each apron takes 1.25 hundredths of yards, so one whole yard and 25 hundredths of the next yard of the fabric that cost $3 per yard and 4.5 yards of 4 5/10 of next yard of trim that cost $2 per yard. What does it cost the club to make one apron? That's the question. So first, what is the cost of one apron? If the club wants to make profit of $1.75 on each apron, how much should they charge per apron? So also charge per apron would be the question. So we have two questions there. We can kind of label that. So that is two of them. And then we have two parts of the problem. So the first, this 5th grade club is making aprons, and they are part of apron that is fabric, and it cost $1.25 times 3 because $3 per yard. So for one apron, you need to do $1.25 yards times $3. So then we will find what is a cost of fabric. So now you can think about 3 times 1 is 3, and 3/25 hundredths is 75 hundredths. You can see that way. Or you can just start using a standard algorithm or any way you like to multiply this. So right now, this could be very easy because 3 times 1 is 3. So $3, and 3 times 25 hundredths is 25 plus 25 plus 25, 75 hundredths. So it's really easy to do it mental work. So that means they need to pay $3.75 for each apron for the fabric cost. So if I want to check my answer, I could also do 1.25 times 3. So I can think this to be hundredths, and they need to appear in my answers. I can also do 125 hundredths, and then times 3, it's the same procedure. 3 times 5 is 15. I made 1/10. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now we have a tens, hundreds. Our decimal is 3, so that is $3, and it's exactly matching with this. Okay, so next that is a fabric. I'm going to write fabric here. And then we have to now find the trim. So trim is a 4.5 yards. And each cost $2 per yard, $2 per yard. So 4.5 times 2. So this is also could be done mentally. You can think 2 groups of 4.4.5. So what is a 4.5 and 4.5? Guys, do not be afraid of multiplying decimals, because especially if they are small, this is three groups of $1 and 25 hundredths. So like I did this multiplication, but it's also 1.25 plus 1.25 hundredths, 1 and 25 hundredths, and when you add them up, you're going to get the same answer as if you would multiply. And the same thing with this. Two groups of 4.5, 4 and 5 tenths plus 4 and 5 tenths, that makes 9. So if you know 4.5 and 4.5 makes 9, so you can also see this as $9 like this. So that is trim. And now when we add all these two, that will be a total of and then we can show this as if we have a tape diagram, and you make this part is $9, and that is trim, and then this part is $3.75, and that is a fabric. So trim plus fabric will give us the total money of how much is one apron. So this equals one cost of one apron, apron cost. Okay, so let's do that. So 9 can be done 9 holes and 3 holes is 12 holes and 75 cents. So this could be done mentally as well. So this all together is $12.75. It's, if you want to check, you can put on the side 9 holes and then put the decimal, and then on the right side you have 75 hundredths. You have 3 holes. When you add the decimal, gonna go in a line and put addition, and that you're going to add 0 plus 5 is 5, 0 plus 7 is 7, 9 plus 2 is 12. So you can check 9 holes plus 3 holes. This is how your ticking is. You add the holes, and then you add the parts. 0 hundredths, and 75 hundredths, 75 hundredths. So it sometimes is okay to do mental math, but you can always check with calculation to prove your logical thinking. Okay, so that is one cost. A print cost is $12.75. But then, and that is the first answer that we have of what does it cost the club to make one apron. But then there's another question. If the club wants to make a profit of $1.75 on each apron, how much should they charge per apron? So this was the total cost, plus the profit should be the charge of the apron. So what that means is also you can add this to be the cost plus profit plus profit, which is $1.75, and then cost was $12.75. So this together is going to give you the total charge per apron. So this is charge per apron. Okay, so this is $12 plus 1 is $13, and then 75 plus 75, you can think that as a 150. So then you make one whole, but it's easier if you just add 12 wholes and 75 plus, but the decimal here you have only one whole and 75. So now you are adding decimal gonna be in a line, right? And then you can add hundreds and tens and ones, and then also tens. So here you go. 5 plus 5 is 10. Remember 1. 7 plus 7 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. And then you made one whole dollar. So that will be a $4 in the 110. So now that this is a charge for, they should charge 14 and $14.50 each apron to have a profit of $1.75. So now let's answer all the questions in the written form. So the first question they had was, okay, what does the cost the club to make one apron? To make one apron, the club to make one apron cost club $12 and 75 cents. Okay, we can also write that as 12 and 75 hundredths, but $12.75 makes sense in written form. Also, now next question says, how much should they charge per apron if they wanna have a profit of 175? Okay, if the club wants to make a profit, if the club wants to make a profit of $1.75, they should charge $14.50 per apron. And that is the final, and your report problem is done. All right, I hope that made sense to you, and it's not too hard, isn't it? Okay, this was for problem lesson 10, module 2, and it was Mrs.Z. Stay safe, make smart choices, and be happy. Bye.